Top 5 most iconic knives in history, and bro, this list was about to be a top 20. I just narrowed it down to 5, and my criterion being that it's fighting knife, but not limited to just fighting. It's iconic because it's my opinion. It's going to be too hard to quantify what the best knife is, right? It can't be a folding knife, and it has to have some sort of impact on history as well as just practicality. Let's get into the list. Honorable mention, Native American knives, not because they were actually good, is because the designs were actually really great for their time. And if it was a video about knife fighting, they would be on the list because you could scalp, you could throw. Honorable mention, Native American knives. Just barely making the list. I think this is way more iconic than history gives credit for. And I wonder why I don't see this more in history. Specifically, the Katar with the guard and not the scissory one. That's overrated. But the punch daggers that still do exist today, they line your wrist up so you don't have to bend your wrist to stab. Makes it way more effective. Underrated for sure. It's making my top 5. The parrying dagger was the shit for a long time, and it had a very specific purpose in duels with a rapier. But it does make my top 4 because it was extremely effective. Even if you take away the guards, which make it a specialist knife, look at it, it's just a dagger, guys. It works like a dagger. An example of taking an iconic design and making it specialist without ruining the rest of the dagger. Fixed bayonets, bro. This is actually revolutionary if you think about it. They started off real simple, even more simple than that. They used to just stick knives in the muzzle of the gun. But hey, it fucking worked. And it evolved into an actual a knife with utility, later used way far, even into the modern age. War is a primal thing, and just imagine when you run out of bullets, you have to dig one level lower to get to a really primal place to be like, all right, we're gonna do this old school, bro. Iconic. I went with a lot of specialist blades, but actually this is not a specialist take. This is a utility take. This is an axe in your pocket, bro. The Gurkha Kukri is not only underrated, but it's overpowered. This is a weapon. We're almost bordering on small swords here. You're just straight chopping people up with this guy. And in my opinion, underrated thrusting ability, but it was a chop. If we're going to buy my most favorite, that's number 1. But number 1, who said I wasn't being practical? This is the best knife in history, the most iconic, even in its authentic state. No modern adjustments to it. This was the real deal, and the best part about this knife is not just the utility for chopping, stabbing, cutting, slicing, all that shit. You could throw this motherfucker, and like I said, most iconic, best knife of all time, whatever list, it's topping it. Who's in your top 5? What did I miss? What's the best one out of these top 5? Let me know in the comments.